You know what? I might have to plant a flag here. Mike Evans would be a great Bill. That guy, Mike Evans.
Sure.
Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
He would be a great Bill. I don't know if I want to deal with A.J. Brown. Maybe A.J. Brown's just way better at this stage. I don't know. Evans has been so good. And there's Hayden talking about injuries. You always have that risk. An older player. He'd be a really, really cool Bills player, Evans. I think I might want to stand for that.
I'm not going to throw rocks at you about it.
Rocks.
I mean, I just
that took a turn.
No. I mean, I'm open to any big name, big time.
You'd have to stand for this. If you're going to be that guy, you can't push back on Mike Evans.
No, or A.J. Brown. Like, I know. Like, Aaron's, he was reading a book. Whatever. Like, there's stuff. Brown reads to me and looks to me very much like Stephon Diggs 6 years later story. Like, Diggs, he didn't sit on the sideline reading a book, and there wasn't like a prolonged number of like uncomfortable situations that needed to be addressed by either the coach or the players, the quarterback, whatever. But, there was turbulence with Diggs. And I think right-sized for another 5 or 6 years having gone by, I feel like Brown is it's about the same thing. It's just louder now because everything's louder now. So, like, whatever he's done that has rubbed people the wrong way has just gotten more attention because everything gets more attention. I think. This is it's a flimsy premise. I'm just thinking of it as I'm talking. So, if it doesn't exactly hold water, well, so be it. I guess I'll just have to live with it. It won't be the first time. But I'm not scared of Brown, is all I'm trying to get to. Any more than you should have been scared of Diggs back in 2020, I think. Sure, is it perfect? No. Is he great? Yes. Would he be the best player at the position on this team by a mile? Yes. Would I expect him to come here and catch 110 passes? Yes. Might there be a problem? I guess. But, I mean, what player at that position am I acquiring? Like, unless the Vikings want to make Justin Jefferson available, who seems like an absolute charming...
He's an angel.
He's like the most non-diva receiver that he could probably get away with anything because he's so great. But he seems like such a good guy, good teammate, all that stuff. Teams don't trade that guy.
It's funny how that is. You would agree. There's only so much faith you can have in these narratives. And A.J. Brown with the Eagles, I mean, they won a Super Bowl, and he was still pissed all the time, which is so strange.
Yeah.
And the thing I resent about him the most of anything is that, like, 2/3 of the way through this season, on a podcast, he said, you should not want me in fantasy football. And then he was great the rest of the season. He was wrong about that. I mean, I never took him out. Nobody takes A.J. Brown out. I think. But he was wrong. He predicted, his frustration had so boiled over, it seemed, that he predicted like he was just going to suck. And he was great for those like 5 or 6 weeks. Mm-hmm. So I don't know I can't trust him ever.
Yeah.
Jefferson, though, for whatever his reputation needs to be, here's J.J. McCarthy, like week 1 or something, mouthing to Jefferson, don't give up on me. I mean, that's weird for McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
But Jefferson didn't really hold back on his frustrations when suddenly he had a quarterback who couldn't get him the ball. Like, he wasn't subtle. He might have been right. That's why we don't mind it, because he was probably right.
Right.
But whereas Brown was on a team that was winning all the time, and you're just like, shut up.
Yeah.
Can't you just enjoy this and be a teammate?
Yeah.
And he really had a tough time with that, I think, which I would expect to happen here. Unless whatever that was with the Eagles was like personal, which maybe was. I mean, I think that was Diggs too. With Allen or coaches, I think that got really personal. So anyway, you can only trust that kind of stuff so far, right? I mean, has Romeo Dobbs ever offended anybody? And he's just sitting there.
I think that is someone we need to make sure we bring up to Chris Trapasso tomorrow.
Okay.
Because I haven't read, I don't know how much he's written about it. I just know I've seen him tweet that he thinks Dobbs is like a perfect idea for the Bills. For like what they need, what it should cost. Like he's not so good that you're going to pay top of market to get him, but he could like really turn into something for you.
Yeah, I like him. I like him.
So I'm going to want to really pick Chris's brain on that. Because right now, like, as much as, last segment, what was the caller's name?
Gary.
Gary, we disagreed, about, I don't think what he was suggesting is realistic, that the Bills have done a lot of it. You can get lost in A.J. Brown and Jalen Waddle and Mike Evans and Justin Jefferson, whatever. Big names that come with top of the market contracts. Now, hopefully, if you're in that market, the cost of acquiring that player is it mitigates what you got to pay to get them, like asset wise. But I don't know. Like if I got to pay a 1 to Philadelphia to get A.J. Brown and then pay him the rest of his existing contract, and on the other line, I've got the Jaguars guy, and that also is going to cost me a 1, but I'm going to pay him the last 2 years of his rookie contract, and then, maybe if it goes really well in year 1 after his third year, I redo it right away. But I've got 3 years of runway there if I really need it, including the 5th-year option. So on one hand, I'm paying a 1 plus for the player that's making close to $30 million, who's obviously more proven because he's got the second contract. Obviously, you don't get the second contract if you're not proven. Thomas doesn't have that yet. He's only had 2 years, and one of them was scary, probably. So there's risk there in getting the great player, but I'm also not spending. I have more to spend on defensive end and safety if I do that. And that might, there might be some appeal there. They're going to have to do some version of that somewhere on their roster, right? They can't go get Max Crosby and A.J. Brown and whoever the top safety on the market is. It's not, one of those is going to have to be a rookie. The other one's going to have to be like some version of like Bosa or Josh Palmer. And then you have the other one is the kingpin guy. Maybe you can do that. I don't even know they have the money to do all that even. I mean, it's just a lot that they need to try to get done. But that's why the cost salary-wise of Brian Thomas Jr. is why I keep circling back to that. Because it might be the most realistic for them to do and then do other stuff.
Jalen Hawkins of New England might be the top safety name. I always like him because I know a young man named Jalen Hawkins who played baseball with my son.
All right.
So put me down as a Jalen Hawkins fan.
It's a good sports name.
Oh, it's a great name. Period. Yes. Good football player, too, this guy.
All right.
Hi, Jalen, if you're out there. Always liked him. Here is Steve next. Hi, Steve.
Hey, guys. I'm trying to have fun because I don't really think it could ever happen, but I'm leaning on the Jefferson thing hard, opening up a new stadium and giving us all a reason that, to think you're going to do something different and be exciting and show us that you actually want to win. I mean, if it takes 3 first-rounders, I don't think any of us are complaining. You're like, oh, no, they gave up 3 first-rounders. I haven't seen them pick anybody with their first-rounders anyway. Like, I'd rather have them not have the first-rounders. Like, give them 3 first-rounders, Ed Oliver, and then let them pick somebody else. I mean, I don't know if they would still trade him, but I really don't care. I want a guy that defenses have to plan against. If you've got Allen and Jefferson and Cook, I mean, they can't – that's just too much for anybody to stop. I mean, just give what you have to give to go get that if they'll let them go.
I don't think I could trade 3 ones for anybody. But maybe Jefferson is as good a name as any for that idea.
Outside of a quarterback that I don't need.
Yep. Robert Woods has retired. Did you know he was not retired?
I did.
He played for Pittsburgh for a minute this year.
When the Bills played Pittsburgh, was he there? I don't remember. I don't remember him.
I got to find that out.
I knew he had still been active because I think even into the season, because around the trade deadline, there were, cheeky sort of, Twitter met, oh, great, we're shooting for Jalen Waddle. We're just going to end up with Robert Woods. And, I trusted that the people that were saying that were not talking about a player who was retired.
I think he might have only been on their practice squad.
Okay.
He didn't appear in a game for the Steelers, so I was wrong to word it that way. Played for Pittsburgh. But he thanked Pittsburgh among the teams he thanked in his goodbye announcement.
But he didn't mention the Bills, and that's weird. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I imagine he mentioned the Bills, the team that drafted him.
With love and gratitude, Robert Woods, quote, the most complete.
Okay.
Somebody dubbed him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Apparently, or he's dubbed himself.
You're the one with the Pro Football Reference nickname.
It's not going to be on it.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. No, only one nickname, and you can get it. I've heard it used many times when he's been talked about in fantasy circles.
Bobby Woods.
Bobby Trees.
Bobby Trees.
You were right there. Good luck to Robert Woods.
Yeah.
Very likable player.
That's good.
Likeable Bill.
Good player in the league for a good long time.
Even if he didn't play for Pittsburgh, I wish him well.
Yeah, I won't hold that against him.
I think I will. I like that he didn't play. It might have been a strike against had he gotten into a game for Pittsburgh. No. All right, so there's that news. Thanks for the call, Steve. Mike Schopp and the Bulldog back after this break here on WGR and 107.7 and 104.7 FM.